Okay. Okay, finally. Let's see. Bum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum. Let me test my voice a little bit. Yes. Let's see what happens with the chat. Just real quick. Just some real quick tests. Bum bum ba-dum. Yes, Twitch. Twitch chat. Let's open it up. Let's open it. Boom. Welcome. That's the first one, and welcome. That's the second one. Both of them booming. Both of them booming. Okay. The engine is a little bit, you know, doing a little bit of those last. I just noticed it says it okay soon. It's all good. It's doing a little bit of those last hiccups before the stream starts, right? Let's do that simultaneous sip, right? Let's do that simultaneous sip. Anyone drinking coffee right now? How did people find out about coffee at all? Braxton says, I should. What's stopping you? I imagine coffee is a pretty easy drug to just get it. Okay, the hat should now be in its real state. Whoopsie, it's not. Well, this one is sort of okay-ish. 1 a.m. LOL, good point. Well, no, that's not a good... If it's 1 a.m., it's not a good point. You should not do that. You should not do that. Oh, it's moving. Yes. I was working on the thing where this moves along with the upper part of the face, right? And for example, yes, it works. The only thing is that it's 1 frame behind, I feel like. Huh. What about the coffee that come from animal poop? You know, I've heard about that, but that seems just like a story. Just like a good feel story. No, bad feel story. You know, we have those too. Bad feel stories. Hey, Poker, did you play around with Claude Agent Teams? Seems to be slightly better from a project. Is that the one from day before, yesterday? Because, let me tell you, Opus 4.8 has been working his ass off and getting some... I feel like this 4.8 change is the best change since, you know, whatever. Because it really... He does... The honesty thing, for example, he does very often. He says to me, hey, honestly, it doesn't work like this. It should work like this. And I enjoy that. I like that. What is your experience? What is he doing for you? Because I have to say, I'm not sure what the Agent Teams does. I know that he just fires up the teams himself. So I'm not sure when do I like get to see the teams, you know? Let me tell him, hey bro, I know that this is going to be hard for you, but so here's the deal, okay? Let's say I have the Sketchfab, right? Sketchfab browser. Okay. Let's find a shovel, right? CC0 license. Dirt shovel, 800 triangles, right? Okay. It's in my scene. Where is it? There it is. I can tell you with 100% certainty that on that shovel, there is... Basically, the textures are completely fucked up. Not only... there's the sort of like the pinkish violet thing going on. The UVs are wrong. So please go meditate, do something. You know, spawn 100 agents, but please fix this thing, because there is 0% chance that I'm going to do it myself, okay? It's just impossible. I can't do it myself. So please do it before I start playing the game. Obviously, as you can see, it does not work correctly. The program output question I brought up was just asking if you were using another plane to send the captures to before sending OBS, you might not be using this kind of setup. Another plane? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. So this is the plane where it receives the texture from the lobby. And then the whole window, if you count that as a plane, if I'm understanding your question correctly. Yeah. If I'm understanding correctly. That's some monkeys, Diddy Beans. Yeah, I know the craze. I know the story. I know the story. I haven't tried it. I think it's too expensive for me. Yeah. Then you can do agents for specific tasks. It gets quite expensive. I almost never fill up my quota on the maximum. No, it's when you tell Claude to create different instances of the agents with different tasks. Oh, I remember that. Honestly, I haven't found good use to it. I don't understand. I really don't understand even kind of the use for it. You know, I really don't. Oh, wow. Okay. It is working. Man, I wasn't ready that it's going to be working. Okay, so subscriber hats, they, spacing, it looks like a fireman's hat though. Base offset, yeah, but this is, no, the talking isn't working. The talking isn't working, so for now I guess I can just turn it off. The subscriber hats. For now, for every new subscriber today, I'm just simply going to add a hat myself. Right? Yeah. That's Luffy's hat. Yeah, how do you know that? Who is Luffy? What is that? You know, because I got this from Sketchfab browser. Luffy. Yeah, there we go. I don't even know what that is. Is Luffy some sort of something? Right, it's a bit like having OBS. It's a bit like having OBS, but since it's using Unreal, I can layer sources or send the plane and only have OBS capture that. I guess. If I understand correctly, I guess. How do you send planes to OBS, though? Because the way it's wired in my project, let me tell you something. I have no idea how that works. So I can't answer you, you know. That's Luffy's hat from One Piece. I don't know what One Piece is. I see the character right over here, but Monkey D. That's why somebody mentioned Monkey. Luffy. Is Luffy some sort of a evil figure who just kills everybody, judging from his eyes over here? Right? Okay. Longest running anime manga ever. You know, no offense. I wonder if I don't care for that because I haven't seen it, or I don't care for it because I actually don't care for it, you know? Yeah. Okay, I think we can jump into the games because as you know, you don't close your eyes. Close your eyes. I think it's 9 games in a row, and I still haven't recovered from it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, it's 9 games in a row, and I think my biggest is 11. So let's just not break it today, right? Let's just not break it today. Okay. Let's please not break it today. You know what's interesting? Let me turn off the main screen just for a second. Let me show you what happens in the path tracer. So in the path tracer, the hats look awesome, right? They have a texture. You can see, right? They have a real texture. They have a very good shadow. They have everything. But in the rasterizer mode, they suck. Okay? They suck. So Claude hasn't been doing his job. It is a hard task though, but he hasn't been doing his job correctly. This, for example, this where's that other hat that I had? Not the Luffy's hat. I don't like the Luffy's hat. I think it looks pretty bad. Sketch Fab, Farmer's hat. Farmer? And by the way, whenever I use any of this, legally I'm required to thank the person who made it. And here you can see it, right? There's the CC attribution and there's the Nazarov. I think it works. I think that counts as a farmer's hat. Where did I get that hat, farmer? Oh, I think I wrote straw hat. Fedora? No. Mountie hat? No. Man, I can't find it anymore. Let me try this one. Yeah, it's again effed. The UVs are effed. As you can see in Path Tracer, it's fine. What's cool about Path Tracer in the Unreal Engine, for example, is that, and same here, you can use it to get sort of like, okay, how would this work in real life? And that's how it would look in real life. And this is the high performance version, right? But in any case, since it's not working very well, I might as well just, for now, I guess I can start queuing up, right? Let me say here, I think I had a place here where I can say title, subs today. Oh, reason, there it is. 1 sub equals 1 hat. And the color is going to be fixed later, right? Boom, there we go. AP Yorick gets us to challenge our trust. Bro. Since I have 9... losing streak, I'm sort of vulnerable to new builds, as I always am. Right? I have to check where this lands in game. Something like this. Okay. Something like this. Like this, maybe? Right? Path tracer? Okay. Subscriber hats. Yeah, they, maximum hats 12. No, 21 is the maximum hats. Okay. 21 is the maximum hats. Da 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 da. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. That VTuber model. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Welcome. I'm actually gonna... Okay. I'm actually gonna increase this by 1 so that I already have 1 hat immediately. Where is the place where I can do that? I remember there was something like that. Ba-da-ba-ba. South Park flaps his mouth. Yeah, Canadian flap. That's that Canadian flap, my friend. Yorick isn't horrible. He said horrifying, didn't he? Bum 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 ba-dum. Oh, it's here. Sub goal. Yeah, there we go. Unfortunately, it's not going to be automatic. I'm going to have to do it myself. Sketchfab. What's really cool about this Sketchfab integration is that Sketchfab allows you to use things with the CC attribution license. And they have a very, very big library of things, and you can find almost anything in it. Why is this 2.7K, 2.7 million triangles? I can't do that in my streaming setup. Let's take this one as the first one. Yes, it actually looks fine. It actually looks fine. I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's ban Irelia, right? Or Jax? I don't give a F. Green Thumb Father isn't the one I should take. I'm gonna do the good old that had the best win rate a while ago. A while ago it had it. Okay. Hey, once I... Okay, it's fine. What is he saying? Morgana, can you pick roaming support? Don't care about that, sorry. No offense, it's just that that is not information that pertains to me. Right? Not at all. Now this needs to be parented to the upper. No, childrenented to the upper so that it moves. And it's all good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why did it move like that? That's not great. What if I change the position to 0? What if I zero it out? Sometimes when you zero things out, it's easier to kind of adjust it to the parent. It's one of the tricks that happens. Man, you can't tell which is the far side of these rotation thingies. There should be probably some sort of fade out for the ones that are depth, right? Because right now you cannot tell which is the... Man, that's an interesting thing. I should ask Claude that. How much time do I have? Not too much, so not gonna tell him that. Because I keep thinking that it's gonna rotate like this, you know? It's gonna rotate like this when I click on it. That's an interesting UI thing. And you don't even understand. If you don't have a way to tell depth on these circles, you don't have a way of knowing if the circle is like this, meaning that the kind of it goes like that. I don't even know if it makes sense to show it like that. Long story short, you can't tell the axis, right? Okay, there we go. What is this? No, it's all good. I wonder what's the solution to that. Because now when I'm building my own tools, I'm very much interested in how people have solved it in the past. And most of the times I don't notice these little things. But long-standing apps like Cinema 4D, for example, they think about this stuff a lot. They think about this kind of stuff a lot. And they make sure that you can tell which goes deeper and which doesn't. I think that if I look at these axes, oh, there's a little bit of FPS lag going on. I wonder why that is. I don't need that. I don't need that. Please, if anything is wrong at any point, immediately tell me, okay? Except for the regular, like, engine restarts. Those are fine. Those you can ignore, because Claude is restarting as it's working. Bum, 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 bum. Let's remove these. Okay. I don't really want to go there though. Okay. Oh, I think it restarted and it lost all of the Twitch timestamps. It's all good. At least it got the YouTube. YouTube is the one that is always very spotty. But this time, it's Twitch. Whoops. What you doing, boy? What you doing, Mr. Whoever? Options are showing, yeah. Thanks for reminding me that. That's exactly what we need. I think he's losing these. And I think I'm doing a little bit of an all-in here. Whoa! Guys, how is it possible that you click one button and it clicks two buttons? That wasn't intentional, by the way. Ever since yesterday, I have something stuck in between the W, E, and D key. And it just presses things together. So if you see good flashes this match, remember that. Oops. And I can't get this, I think. Hey, why didn't the ghouls get him? That's unlucky. I would need that flash right about now. I would need that flash right about now. What is the lose streak? It's 9. Looking to be 10. Looking soon to be 10. Okay. Let's just see if I can, you know, not continue dying here again. Okay. Come on, guys. Gdzie kurwo? Dodge. What does that mean? I know that it's a bad word, but gdzie means where, right? From Russian? There we go. Somehow I won that trade, even though he did all of his buttons and I had only my low buttons. That's why I like this. You know, it's a very, very strong. These are very strong runes. There we go. I'll take that. Ты знаешь русский? Я знаю русский, только знаешь, ну так. Ну так. Я могу покупать хлеб, если нужно. Но сейчас русский язык так... it's so unnecessary anymore that this is like... just now I've spoken Russian in about like 3 years, first time. I used to think that Russian is useful because I thought, oh, you know, maybe there's going to be, you know, something happening with Russia. Nope. It's interesting that a country can kill its language, the use of its language. It was already in a sort of a poor state because no one cared about that kind, you know, no one was learning Russian except for like, I don't know, French coffee shop people. But whoa, okay, of course he's coming. Of course he's coming. Why wouldn't he be coming here? Okay. But I have some. I think I have. Da, 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 da. Okay, it's all good. How many languages do you know? I know Latvian, English, Russian, and I can say a few words in Spanish. But that's nothing. Everybody can say a few words in Spanish. Hola, right? ¿Dónde está los baños? Because that's important, right? That's important. Okay. If I cage him, he dead. Okay, we need to do something about this match. We cannot... It's gonna be the 10th game in a row, guys. What the F is going on there? Okay. It restarted the engine. Claude did that. I'm lucky I alt-tabbed. Okay. No, man. You cannot win this. Only with the help of... okay. Only with the help of Lee Sin, but not even that, I would say. Not even that these days. Maiden poking a bit. You can definitely feel the damage coming from the electrocute compared to the... Oh, man. I wanted to ignite him. But this one wasn't a fake. This one wasn't a failed flash. It was a failed flash, but I intended it. Man. This guy. I wouldn't say I'm happy about this. That's, you know, this is as much as I'm gonna say. Yeah. You know why this is? It's because I didn't place these words early enough, and I couldn't track the Lee Sin, you know, good enough. The restart should stop now. There shouldn't be any more restarts. Okay, Silas has 3 assists, and he has done nothing. You know, if that doesn't make you angry, I don't know what will. Okay. And he has done nothing. Imagine how unfair that is. It's not unfair because I trolled my flash twice. So that's why I died, but, you know, still. Okay. Are you enjoying the new burner? No. This is much better. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, you know... I know I don't have the authority to say anything because I've only lost LP in the new patch, but whoop, there we go. But I would say no. This feels way stronger than the other runes. Okay. Okay. I think I'm gonna stay and... Nah, there he is. Yeah, it's all good. I wonder how many more Silas ganks does Silas need to win against Yorick. The lane. He doesn't have the Dragon's Rage, but he's still pretty, you know. Okay. Finally. A little bit of breathing room over here for me. Do I have enough? Nah, but I'll still go back. I don't know, I'm a little bit too scared to stay. Okay. I dropped it. Oh man, sorry about this. I will actually... He's still working, even though it's 10 minutes in. He's still making changes. That's part of why... that's part of why the new Claude is good. I know in this case it's not good because it's bothering me, right? But he works more than... Oh man, I have to turn him off. Sorry about this, guys. Sorry about this, guys. Really. Honestly. I'll do it just... Yeah, I'm doing it. Okay, there we go. One final time. And here it is. And it's working. That's it. That's the final time. No restarts anymore. I promise. Beautiful, whoops. Beautiful E over there. Where's that Lee Sin, I wonder? There he is. Okay. Okie dokie. Can you explain the electrocute choice? Yeah, it just does damage. That's it. It does a burst. It's more reliable than Comet and stronger than Comet late game. So it's just a little bit better. I would say that the secondary runes are a little bit worse than... okay, is Smolder coming in? I think he is. I think the secondary are a little bit worse, like, you know, the Taste of Blood and Deep Ward. But, you know, you gotta kind of... yeah, it's back in heat, exactly. It's back in heat. It's the Pac-Man. Man, I feel like this Silas isn't doing anything, literally nothing, and yeah, that's League of Legends for you, my friends. Ghouls proc electrocute, yes, exactly. They also proc Comet, because... So if the question is in context with the Comet, that's why I answer it in the context of, okay, so why are you not taking the usual suspect, right? Why are you not taking the usual suspect, right? Okay. I see that, Lee Sin. Finally, I'm not gonna get ganked anymore, right? Because of those deep wards. Those deep wards. Anybody know Tommy Cash? Can we get a poll in the chat? Who discovered Tommy Cash because of Eurovision? And who knew him before? He finally stole the Maiden. He finally understood that he cannot, you know, continue just losing it. Okay. As you can see, Maiden also procs it. Maiden versus Maiden. Lee Sin coming in. Okay. He knows he cannot lose her, but I have a wall. I can cage the maiden. He's mad. Look at how mad he is for losing the wife. Pfft. You know, losing a wife will enrage a man. And that's what happened. Why is this here? Was he actually using it to hop to get to the lane soon? Quick. Did he really do that? That makes me angry, honestly. If to see this, right? Okay, ghouls joining that. What is the poll question? I mean, the question about, did you discover Tommy Cash before Eurovision? How many people discovered Tommy Cash because of Eurovision? If it's 0, fine. I'm just wondering, because a lot of my friends discovered him that way. And I knew him before, and I was shocked. I thought, how do you not know Tommy Cash before Eurovision? It's a little bit egotistical, I would even say. You know, because if you don't know the universe's artists, what you doing? Still don't know who Tommy Cash is. Well, anyway, what to do. Search Pussy Money Weed. And remember, it's about vibe. You know, it's not about whether or not it gives you peace. It's about the vibe. Okay? Okay. Silas joining in there. I need to invade that jungle. I don't think this is good for us. It looks like it's not good for us. Man, these flashes. These flashes. Okay. There we go. I'll take that, thank you. I'll take this one too, thank you. Whoops. Okay. What's good about this is that he has to go back now. And if we look at the map, we can see the Krugs spawning. And if we look at Lee Sin, we can see Lee Sin spawning pretty soon. Which means that the ghouls are going to give me some plates here. Once they, you know, just continue on here. And I can just safely go. Oh man, Mundo is pushing, right? I said Pussy Money Weed, yeah. That's the name of the song, so it's okay. If the song has the N-word in it, can you say it? I think I saw a YouTube video. It was N-word's man or something like that. And it was about a superhero. And I thought, man, I can't even read the title. These, you know, Green Day would be spinning in their graves if they knew the censorship on these days. Oh, wait, they're alive and they don't care. Okay. Because I understand not saying bad words. 100% understand. But bro, if it's in the title of the video, how am I supposed to communicate the video to you? Isn't that like the most censored our world has been ever? You can say it if you're brave enough. Yeah, of course you can. It's just that... actually, I don't even know if anything would happen if you would just say it. Not as an insult, you know? Maybe nothing would happen. I don't know. Not gonna risk it, you know? Not gonna risk it. The funny thing is that it was in the name of the video and it just said man at the end of the word, you know, so it was like Superman, and it was just some sort of a sketch about a black superhero, something like that. It wasn't anything like super offensive or anything. It was just a sketch. And I thought, okay, I read it and I said it in my mind. So am I canceled? Because I read it. Reading means saying it, right? So I already said it. And you know I said it because I read the name. So are we as a society kind of like, you know, not smart? Or what's going on? No. Ziggs, don't do that. You're gonna die. Ziggs. Okay. Okay. What you doing, boy? Don't do that. No, don't go there, guys. Please. Be civil. Be civil. Mundo is doing some work, isn't he? Mundo is really doing some work. Okay. Let's cancel father. Okay. Oh, there's that Silas. Actually, I don't even want to go there, honestly. He sees it, I guess. I wonder which side do I take, this one or this one? Where's he gonna run? He actually can't even fight Maiden, though. Oh. He's waiting for the children to leave? Bro, what are you doing? A classic Maiden bait, actually. Very classic. 5.2 Omnivamp. Okay. Okay. I don't want that to eat that Soraka's ult. I don't need that business there. Okay. He's on the struggle bus. Man, I forgot about that. How do you remember about it? Who said it? I don't even remember where I got the... Because oh, you said it, right? That's why you remember it. You're the one who I got it from. Well played, then. You reminded me of your own genius word. Okay. Yeah, well played. You said it, I remember. Struggle bus. Okay. Thank you. I feel like this Lee Sin is trying a little bit too hard. He's on the struggle bus, but he's driving the struggle bus. When I hear the word struggle bus, I imagine a bus that's kind of rattling to the sides and like, you know, and the tires are all worn off and people are just, you know. Ziggs, please. Yes. Oops. You know why he died? You know why Ziggs died? Because I didn't press space fast enough and I didn't do the slap there fast enough. That's why Mr. Ziggs died. Okay. I wonder... Whoa, there she is. I don't even want to... Honestly, you know what? I have to take this. But just because I have to. It's not because I want to. I just have to. You know? I feel happy taking this guy's camps because he was ganking me so much and I'm returning the... I guess I'm not really returning the favor, but... Man, this maiden release was horrible. Absolutely horrible. It's going to achieve nothing. I would imagine it's gonna achieve less than nothing. Less than nothing. I'm sorry to say. He's trying to carry a losing team and getting caught in crossfire. 14-3. Actually, you're right. You're right. Yeah, he's actually the only one. So you can take. Okay. You know, the curse might be broken. The curse might be broken. I don't like that this Omnivamp, the stacks are so hard to get now. They used to be like 5, right? Now it's 10. It's insane. Why is it 10? It's a big nerf. Ziggs died because he's ran straight into Yorick. Okay, I understand that he made a mistake, but from my perspective, I can author only what I do. So if I think about what could have saved him, it's more like what could have saved him, and that could have saved him. I would still say it's his fault for dying, right? But that could have definitely saved him. Don't do this. Mister. Okay. Mundo is a Chad. Look at that. So is Mundo alone there? Because I know for a fact that, oh yes, he is alone. So I need to, okay, Soraka is recalling. That's not going to stop Mundo. That's not going to stop Mundo. Who else is recalling then? Somebody has to recall, right? Mundo is a Chad. I like playing with just a split pusher on my team. Oh, take it, take it. Okay, fine. And I can just, look at this. He took 3 people with him. I like him. I like him a lot. Oops, he's going down. If he doesn't have flash, I think it's over. Yeah. Why wasting your ult like that? I guess the same thing could be asked of me. Why do what, you know, whatever I do often. Sorry, man, you're on the struggle bus. He's driving the struggle bus. It's just that he's man, I don't know. That's just a slice and dice over there. Just a slice and dice over there. Hey, Farm Club is up. Can someone use the Farm Club command? Yeah, perfect. Thanks a lot for that. Okay. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty glad Lee Sin is losing because I did not like the way they held me down at the beginning of the match. So, ordinarily I would recall at this point, right? But since Lee Sin was being so bad in the early game, gonna take this. It's my land. I've claimed it. Okay? I'm like the founding father. I claim land. Oh, it's actually fitting, but a little bit triggering to some people, I would say. Whoopsie daisies. Just did it, man. I guess it's my fault. You know what it is? You know what it is? I'll take the responsibility. I pushed it. I thought, it's okay. They're gonna get it. Pushed it to the to the end, and they didn't do it. You know what? They should have played World of Warcraft more and learned how to kind of like in World of Warcraft you had these raids and you had to learn how to cycle your abilities better. And almost 100%, if we look at Ziggs' cooldowns during that boss fight, he probably did not press them efficiently, and that's why they lost the Baron. So if I look at the replay and I see him rotating his abilities absolutely perfectly, then I'll take the blame. But if I view the replay and I see him not do that, I would say no, he is 100% at fault, and there's no saving him. Yeah, my friend, it's, you're not meeting your local Annie over here. You're meeting the Smasher. You're meeting the Smasher, the Smacker. Actually, I'll recall, get the Collector, and then go invade his jungle a little bit more. I think he's going to his red. Nah, I have to go to his blue, because otherwise, what if he's fast enough again? Bro, what you doing? Oh, there he is. Well, I guess I'm taking these. Me and Mundo, man. I feel like this game is me and Mundo. I like it. I feel close. Thank you. I'll take that, Mr. Ziggs. I'll take this one too. Yeah, it's just farmer's instincts, man. It's just farmers. I think all of the inhibitors are gone. Whoops. Wow. Phew. Yeah. Even though I'm so fed, literally 2 items ahead, two full items ahead, you can still die. But it's normal, you know. I act as I'm shocked, but League of Legends is that way. It happens a lot, especially Yone Yasuo. They can do that. That's why there are these memes about 0-10 power spike. And what's funny about that meme is that it's true. People act as if, oh, haha, he's waiting for the power spike and he's trolling. But actually, man, please don't die. Mundo. Those days are over. Mid-flight. That's funny. Those days are over, Mundo. You're watching the stream, right? You can't do that anymore. You're not gonna do those one-shots that you used to. Oh, man. I trolled as well. Or did I? Yes. Man, I gave one cool 1k over here. That's not great. 10% Omni-Vamp. I've yet to see this being built on a drain tank like Swain. Okay, Swain, yeah, but other drain tanks, I don't know. Even though it says drain tank. It's usually built by Yone's mid. I think it was Lee Sin mid who built it and I couldn't play against him anymore. Yeah. I don't know, I could be off base, but it looks like Lee should have spent more time top side. Yeah. Maybe. It's easy now to kind of like look at these situations and think, what should he have done? But in all honesty, I kind of fed him. You know, I kind of fed him. So we need to be careful. If this guy dies, it's so bad. This game is just going to continue on if he dies. Okay, now I think it's over. More than half of their kills on the whole team is... Okay, Mundo? So he did... Okay, let's see. He wants that one-shot clip, I know it. He just doesn't have the skin for it. But he wants that one-shot clip on him. Okay. I think Mundo is doing it. Smack. Smack. Come on, Mundo. Mundo, why do you let me die like that? Rep Yone. Reason that I carry? Well, the curse is broken. The curse is broken, people. The curse is broken. That's the chat in corner. I thought it was in-game chat. Oh, by the way, is it overlapping with the in-game chat? Is it overlapping with the in-game chat? Man, it's probably true. That's why I hate fighting Yone Yasuo, because even if I win lane, they just get good teammates and then back in the game. Yeah, it's frustrating. That's why League is... I think that's why League is addictive. No, it's just below it. Oh, okay, it's fine. Yeah. I broke the curse, that's it. It's, in a way, it's less interesting now because you broke the curse, right? I broke the curse. Because there's no more... Yona, you're so right. He's jealous of you, Carrie. Look at this Mundo. He's pretty good. He was pretty good this match. By the way, check out this feature. First of all, have you done... Oops, that's a shovel that I don't need. What are these GLB tests that it was spawning? Okay, I'm going to deal with the GLB problem later. If I want another hat in case of subscribers, I'll just do this, right? So please get this to 21 so that we can have 21, not 21 pilots, but 21 hats. Okay. In any case, look at this feature. Look at this cool feature that I have here. Web browser. Bondle.com, right? Go. Whoopsie daisies, it crashed. Well, did it really crash or did it just lag? Oh, it just lagged. It's all good. It's working. It's working, guys. It's a little bit laggy. Oh, wow, this thing is working. It shows live. It actually shows live over here. Come hang out. Nobody's coming from this, by the way. They just play the Bondle. And this is still, Bondle is still one of my best performing things I've ever made. It has a lot of daily users. Nobody gives a F about these streams, unfortunately, but it's okay. But who is this? It's Zaya, right? Can I type even? Oh, so that's how it's working. So that's how annoying the ads are. I'm actually breaking Google's rules about this because you cannot. Oh, I can't type. Well, thank you, Mr. Claude. Thank you, Claude, for this. I can do this. Oh, I can't even do this. No, I can't do both, it looks like, right? Well, I think it's... So you're saying Neela? Well, you're just gonna have to do it yourself. Maybe it's Neela, though. Usually when there are these like bones that are sort of like this, it usually means that it's some sort of a tail or something like that. Oh, thanks for the subscribers, my friend. I still don't have... Okay, I'll move the alert banner someplace else so that it's more visible. Somewhere here, right? I also have to close the this thing because otherwise it's lagging. I'll have to fix it later. It's very, very laggy if that's first guess wrong. Yeah, thanks for the subscribers. So I think I'm actually gonna do the more interesting thing, and I'm gonna do the Sketchfab. Sketchfab. Did you make Bondle? Yes, a long time ago, like one year ago at least. I don't remember actually. And you know what? Just throw some hats. If I count correctly, it's 6 hats. Just throw them in the chat, and I'm just gonna randomly search for them on Sketchfab. And let's see where that takes the hat tower. And yes, I made Bondle. I made Bondle. Random hats in the chat, please. Okay, that's a top hat, right? Is that called a top hat? I've learned hat names, by the way, because of this. Because of exactly this. Okay, I'm gonna choose something that's low triangle count so that it doesn't lag in case. And also, yes, the fix is gonna come in later. The fix about the colors, because it's too colorful now. It's the LGBTQ cat version, and it's not an. The reason for that is just because the checkerboard texture. It's hard to explain, but usually in engines you have this checkerboard texture, which kind of sets the. It shows you the UV maps, right? And okay. So that's why you have it. LGBT hat tower. Oh, I got it. Third guess. That one is difficult. Maybe it's Talia? Maybe it's Talia. Derby hat and bowler are sharp. Derby hat. Derby? Can you explain what that is? Obviously, it's using the Derby thing where you just ride with those old cars. Bowler. This one, right? 2K is okay. Oh no, it's you know, if you don't want to see the colored version, you can look at it kind of like this, but it's still effed a bit. It's still effed a bit. Okay. Let's make the hat tower here. I gotta say to Claude that he actually needs to fix this. Continue fixing this. It would be cool if you did it by the end of the stream. The colorful UV texture is still overlapping the real one. Derby hat is similar to bowler with a smaller brim. Bum bum bum. Does it work? Does it move the hats up, or is it laggy? Yeah, sorry about the colors though. Sorry about the colors though. They really don't. We'll see. Hopefully he fixes them. Okay. So I guess we won't be getting the Derby hat just because I have no other way of getting 3D models in my in this engine other than the Sketchfab. So I think it's fine for now. It's the shapes of the hat that really matter.
What's going on here?
Yeah. It would be cool though if they worked. If they worked. It doesn't even look that much better in the real version though. Make a golden hat. What is it? What is a golden hat? Sketch. Actually, it does show me the later ones. Crown. Okay. Let's find the crown with low triangle count. Let's import that. A crown could work. Okay. You know what? Give me suggestions for hats that could actually be really colorful, so that they make sense, since we have this bug currently. So that makes sense. You know. Uh, it's actually starting to look pretty good. I like it. I like it. Khabib hat. What is that? Oh, that's the Dagestan hat? Yeah, clown hat. So it's 4. It's 2 more. Okay, I'm gonna get a clown hat and the pinwheel on top. With the pinwheel on top. Let's see. Maybe it's gonna work if it's animated. Pinwheel hat. It's probably a clown hat though. Yeah. Clown hat. Yes, there we go. This is... I should have done it from the start, actually. But pinwheel, I don't think I can get a pinwheel in here. I don't think I can get a pinwheel in here, though. Actually, if Brax allows me to, because these are his subs, I would add a pinwheel, which is simply just a pinwheel. Okay. Interestingly enough, I could maybe move this like that so that it's a child of the crown and it doesn't lag that much. This looks like Shaco's hat. So the pinwheel, okay, there's a little bit of lagging going on. Hopefully that's not the hat tower. The pinwheel would be a separate prop, not the hat, you know, not a separate hat, but it would be a separate prop, you know, somewhere on this crown somehow. If Brax is allowing me to do that pinwheel, because I like to give people agency when they donate things. There's that pinwheel, CC0 licensed pinwheel. It's cool that the pinwheel, again, it doesn't have a problem with the texture, so I can easily use it like this. Go for it. Thank you for the permission, my friend. Thank you for the permission. Okay, I was afraid that FPS is effed because of this hat tower. I'm actually kind of surprised that all of this is still working. It says 60 FPS here, still, which means that it's you know, I have some wiggle room. I still have some wiggle room, but it's getting there. We'll see. We'll see. If it crashes my computer, it's just gonna be, you know, just an experiment gone wrong, right? Unfortunately, it doesn't have any sort of like jiggle mechanics. It doesn't have any sort of jiggle mechanics. Do I need this to be bigger somehow? To kind of accentuate the hats? You know what I don't like? I don't like that this has this super hard shadow over here. This part, I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like that. Oh, you know what it is? I know why the lag was happening, because he's still working in the background. He's saying, decisive finding. The path tracer is off. The liver's rasterizer. Combined with my proof that rasterizer identity jailbit props checker must come from either sample albedo. Blah, blah. You know, this is what you deal with when you work with AI. He understands what he's talking about. I know the words often, but there's no way that information is useful to me, because he is so deep into the coding that imagine we turn off Claude, right? How many engineers / programmers would I need, and how much money would I need to actually make any changes in this app? Any changes. Imagine how much reading would need to be done. Like 10 people would need to be reading this code, this code, this code, and then they would have a meeting and they say, you know, this code is doing this albedo mask, a GLB system is doing blah, blah, blah. And they would probably still not come up with a solution, because he's just so much better at holding things in his brain than a group of 10 people would. So we live in crazy times. We really do live in crazy times. So yeah, just tell him to stop back sassing you and get it done, or else he gets the whip. I don't know. The whip doesn't even. It doesn't really work when I tell him the whip. When I tell him that he's gonna get the whip, it just doesn't work. There it is. He says, there it is, line 23. I think I can show you the window if you're interested in. I think it should work. Open Windows window. Program Manager. Visual Studio Code. There we go. Yeah, there you can see how it looks like from my perspective. So this is the way it looks like when he's working, right? It's just, yeah, he's saying a bunch of stuff. He's basically talking to himself. No one cares, bro. Just do the work, and that's it. And he's constantly showing the token amount and whatnot, right? And in the background, he's actually, ever since the last update, he's working a long time. For example, I was in minute 10 and he was still stopping and restarting this the engine, right? So what's the cost of tokens? I don't know. It's like the subscription, so it doesn't really tell me the cost of tokens. I just have like this weekly limit and stuff, and that's it. Oh, I have played with this guy. He's a very good player. He's actually sort of like a professional, semi-professional. You know, he's obviously in this rank, so probably not. But I've played with him, and his oh, he's in jungle. He's sort of a semi-professional, meaning that he has some sort of a team where they go into championships with, and he has that classic, you know, that photograph where everybody's standing with their backs against each other, so that you kind of tell, oh man, they got each other's backs. You know that image, right? It's a super classic team image that happens very, very often in esports. He says, key facts narrowing fast. In CubeSS, FrameEdge with global UV checker slot maps to F1 as a dead unsampled field. Rasterizer never samples the global checker on the... Ivern jungle full clear speed is so fast, but I never know hat to do with it. Hats on your mind. Hats on your mind. Yeah. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. I think I could use this warped plane over here. Actually, no. I'm not gonna bother this now. It's gonna break before the game, and it's gonna be effed. You paid good money for these hats, so you have to see them in action. And I promise you, if any of the hats ever go as far as the full height of the monitor, I'm not gonna remove them. I probably will impose some limits, though, especially when it comes to my render engine and it being like, you know, my computer not handling it. But if they ever block the screen, the only thing that you as a viewer are, you know, what it's necessary for you to see is my CS number. So even if my hats block the whole thing, then the most important thing is that the CS number isn't blocked, and that's it. Okay, I jumped into the game, do your final things, and then restart it one more time, and that's it. If you fixed it, you fixed it. If you didn't, you didn't. The whip is coming. Oh, God. Fix it so at least it's not purple. Oh my good, sweet. You know what he's doing sometimes, which makes sense. When he's trying to debug shader issues, which basically means object texture issues, like the way the color works on the objects. When he's doing that, he's gonna make it, let's say, green or purple or whatever. And he's gonna say, okay, what do you see now? And I'm gonna say, I see purple. And he's gonna say, okay, now that means that... this way we went very, very slowly. Man, he's not doing it. He effed it right before the game and I can't do anything about it now. Okay. I'm gonna turn it back on very soon. Or he's gonna turn it back on very soon. That's what I get for trying to improve things before games. That's what I get for trying to improve things before games. It's, honestly, it's a little bit, you know. It is what it is, I must say. It is what it is. Okay. Oh, I forgot to get exhaust. Man, I should have gotten exhaust. You should get exhaust with this. Yeah. Okay. The purple monstrosity, that's exactly right. That is exactly right. Should I turn it off or is it fine that it's there? Is it hurting your eyes or is it okay? A lot of people are listening to this anyway, so... Okay. He keeps restarting it, by the way. He keeps restarting it. Okay. I need to figure this out because I am, you know, this constant interruptions is I'm gonna get ganked. You'll see. I'm just gonna get ganked again because of these constant interruptions. And he's just okay. I know I'm asking, it's like the guy on the airplane saying that, hey man, where's the internet access? You know, I'm literally playing the game as he's working, right? But still, you get used to a certain level of comfort and you get annoyed when it doesn't happen, right? You know? Okay. You get kind of annoyed when it doesn't happen, right? Okay. You get kind of annoyed when it doesn't happen, right? Okay. Ivern coming in. There we go. Man, did you really need to throw that last one? I guess he did. It's okay. It's all good. Okay. So I'm both at the same time for Gen Z whining about life and against it. I'm for and against it at the same time. Oh, he has 2 open. He has 2 of these open now. The F is going on? Stop. I'm just gonna tell him to stop as a chat message, because sometimes for some reason in VS Code when you press escape, which means for him to stop, he just doesn't care. He just keeps on going. Okay. Man. Oh my lord, what is he doing? Why does he keep turning it on and off again? When I usually work, I obviously I don't play League of Legends while I'm working. So the fact that he's closing it and firing it back up again all the time, it's not a problem. It's just a problem now, right? It's just a problem now. Okay. Okay. I think the only way for me to prevent lag, if I keep this hat tower growing, is if I compress the hats. That's the only way I can do it. I sort of compress it triangle-wise in some sort of blender to make like, you know, after, let's say after 10 hats, I make all of them one object so that all the triangles kind of get compressed into one object. And okay, man, he closed it. Jesus, should I just close the VS Code or something? Is that the only way for me to do this? Okay, now I can't see the window anymore. My God. Yeah. This is a major problem right now because I can't even fire it back up. I might have to close my league just momentarily so you can see what's going on. Yeah. Kind of insane that problems like this happen on stream. Yeah. And they will ban me for this. They will ban me for this. Okay. At least the hats are back, right? Okay. Malzahar enjoyed just a little bit of a free lane there for a second. But it's all good. It's all good. Whew. I gotta say, doing this on stream is really stressful when things like this happen. Really is. Can Twitch chat confirm that it's working, and can YouTube people just fire some messages so I can see them clearly? Okay, YouTube is working. Okay. Yeah, okay, so it's okay now. Master Yi. Master Yi, go mid, please. Okay. That was very close. Master Yi was so busy typing he didn't see that he should have went to mid to catch the wave. It's not great. Can you move the in-game chat a little higher? Okay, I just need to see the in-game chat. Somebody needs to type. Then I can do that. Actually, no. I can do it right now. Okay. Like this, maybe? Yeah, almost perfect. I just moved it to the right a bit too much. Okay. Brand actually played it pretty well. He almost survived. Mind games. Mind games happening. Okay. Master continuing to int a bit. It's all good. It's all good. V for Venduza. I haven't seen V for Vendetta because my friend who was big into like, hey man, the system is holding us back. And he was that type of a person. And he liked that movie. So I forcefully ignored it. So I haven't seen it. I'm sorry. The same as Zeitgeist. Haven't seen that too. I've heard so much about it that I don't give a F. Yeah, he kind of ruined it for me. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, look at this poke. I wasn't even looking at this. Yeah, I should probably stop trolling with the build that I was doing from in my last stream and stream before that. This is definitely stronger. When I kind of think about the numbers, they don't seem that big. But when you actually play with those numbers, they are big, you know? Let's do this. He's coming here. If he could get this, hopefully he doesn't get killed by Viego there, though. Brand somehow won against Yi. Doesn't he have like a super good escape, you know, from his abilities? I think he does. Yeah. My brother watched it, so I have seen scenes of it. Although I was watching Fight Club and thinking, man, we need to, you know, man, we need to fight. We need to fight. And I was like a little bit fightish at that time. I didn't fight anybody really, but in my mind I was like that. I thought, man, we need to fight each other. Even though the movie was about fighting the system, I kind of didn't see it that way. Even though I know that the system is almost evil, right? Sometimes. I still like the idea of... Okay. He doesn't have flash. Almost. Man, look at this damage over here. Even though I know the system is bad, I like the idea of being born into a system and playing the system. Playing the game of the system, you know? Hey, why aren't there any plates there? Please tell me he doesn't know about this. He does not. Very good. For some reason he TP'd without... Oh, I shouldn't have done that, I think. What you doing, boy? What you doing, boy? Okay. I wish I could play the system. I mean, like, just playing within the system. Not trying to change it. Maybe you would probably want to try to change it somehow a bit, but not doing anything and just sitting and whining. I remember there was this moment, and this might seem like really out there, but those of you who know, you know. There was this moment where Jordan Peterson was debating Slavoj Žižek, and I know that people are divided on this, but try to just be, you know, in the middle of them, right? Because then it's going to make sense what I'm saying. And Slavoj, there was this very good moment, I think, that defined that debate, was when, and by the way, they are not debaters. They are, one of them is just a random yapper, and the other one is careful yapper, I guess he would want to call himself. But he's similar to Slavoj. It's just that he's a little bit better with words. And his ideas, I would say Slavoj's ideas are more interesting, even though he's a communist, but he has unique ideas. But Peterson's a little bit more careful with his ideas. But there was this moment where he said that, okay, man, there's no farm here. I'm sorry. I got it all. He said that clean up your room, right? That's his thing. And Slavoj said, how can you clean up your room if you're in North Korea? And everybody cheered. And I remember thinking, yeah, but that's what the clean up your room means. The idea is that you cannot change the system until you have cleaned up your room. Because if you cannot deal with your own complexity in your life, you sure as hell will not deal with it on a grander scale. And that's what I mean, like, not fight the system by not doing anything. Like, sort of fight the system by working through it, you know? Okay? Because even if you're in North Korea, the thing still applies, because okay, he's gonna use his big button. It's just that, oh no, I don't have Maiden now. Oopsie daisies. Actually, what is he doing? I think I'm winning this, because he's gonna die. Oh no, he's not gonna die, actually. There we go. Leona, do it. And I'm gonna get some of those plates. You know what I mean about the system? Even if you're in North Korea and you are in a prison, you cannot do anything, even if in those oppressive circumstances, you cannot do anything before you get your things in order. So kind of like the suggestion still applies. You know what I mean? Okay, that's an interesting choice, Mrs. Maiden. Just living a little bit. This is whoops. This is anti-inting. Okay. Sorry, Leona. Somebody did that to me last match. I disagree with him a lot, but he cooked with the clean up your room quote. It's good advice and applies a lot of life. Yeah, but it's a little bit deeper than people usually think. And this has nothing to do with his, like, you can easily disagree with him, but I think that's just, it's very, very hard to disagree with it. And I think that people who disagree with that part of his speech are falling into some sort of like, you know how you're so mad that you don't even see anything that the other person is saying that's right. And it's just, whoop, okay. And it's just not, I don't know if we win this, honestly. We gotta try, there's no other way. Yeah, probably can't do it, though. Okay. Have you tried Heartsteel with the new buff? Whoops, what is the new buff? What exactly is the buff here? 10%? Is that the buff? And grants 10% of the damage as max health. Is that a buff? Oh, actually, I'm pretty excited. I might play the last game of the stream with that item just to see what happens. How strong is the buff? Is it like, what is the kind of like the magnitude of the buff? Oh, it was, it's 2% is not that big. Actually, the clean up your room is a libertarian quote because their freedom and service go hand in hand. Socialism says blaming your own shortcomings. You should watch his debates where he can't even define God or reasons believing him. What's stronger advocate orthodoxy? His lecture is quite strange. You know, I get it that there's, you know, I don't know which things are you talking about specifically, but I can imagine people struggling to define God. You know, that's not... If you struggle to define a hot dog, you got a problem, intellectual problem. But if you struggle to define God, I'll give you the you know, I'll give you some rope, you know, because God is up there with those things that's hard to define. Interestingly enough, Brand left the fight. Yorick is actually really struggling against Brand because he's old. He's one of the only characters who's where Brand's ult bounces between him and his ultimate. It's clearly not a sandwich. No, I think I got you right there, because God could be a sandwich. That's the whole idea of God being everywhere, right? That's the heart of the argument I had with some of those Jehovah's Witnesses. I said, hey man, you know, if God is everywhere, why do you have to go to your particular church? And he said, well, come to our church and we can continue this discussion. That was his trick. When he didn't know what to say, he just said, come to our church. So you can't win. It was insane. I realized that they're geniuses when I had that discussion with them. Actually, those might have been the Mormons. The guys that travel around the world with those suits and the books, you know. They all look the same always. Don't do this. Yeah, I had to flash because Master would have died. Almost 100% he would have died. Really dangerous here. Really dangerous here. Let me just leave. Yeah. Let me just leave. I gotta say, these two games with this build feel much easier than the ones on last stream. And stream before that. If he's food, he's also fecal matter. There's, you know, it's not like I'm gonna say, oh well, you know, you found the dark thing, so I rest my... Sorry, bro, had to do that. You know, you found the disgusting thing, so I rest my case here, because that's the part where it isn't, you know. So, I know that people would, I guess they would say, oh, you're saying he's in the toilet, right? I know it's kind of, I guess it sounds bad, but that's the logic, so, you know, that's the logic. My point was, if you're a left wing, you blame yourself for not clean room. If you're left in politics, you blame the system. You mean if you're right wing, then you blame yourself? I know. That's actually one of the cleanest ways to define leftists and rightists. Rightists blame themselves. Although, if you go far enough and right, you do not blame yourself. So that's why it's very often... Left is sort of more blaming others, but right is also pretty much blaming others a lot. So that's a prob, I would say. Oops. Don't do that, please. He's gonna kill everybody, I feel like. No. It's all good. Turns out that he hadn't collected his bounty. Okay. I agree with you about God being hard to define, but my assertion is he stands on a hill certainly in his lectures, but when confronted he crumbles. You know, I'm not sure what to kind of make of that. I'm not trying to defend him or anything. It's just that if you're saying when confronted he crumbles, he is a very successful person, right? So he does have some sort of intelligence, and I guess I would ask compared to who he crumbles. Compared to me, I would certainly say I would crumble more easily. Again, it's not about, it's just that you're making this, okay? I would imagine somebody who doesn't like Slavoj Žižek, they would say, oh man, he crumbled when he was confronted in the debate. And, did he really crumble? Was it really that dramatic? Did he really crumble? Okay. The toughest thing about Slavoj is understanding his words. If I... Oh, here's a question. If you... chat, answer this. So, Slavoj or Peterson, king? Which one? Which one do you choose? I know both are probably bad choices, but which one would you take? Meaning that he has the total control of the world. That's why I'm asking that question. Which one are you more afraid of? What's interesting is Peterson has these lectures that help a lot of people, but he has trouble. Yeah. When he had trouble with those drugs, I thought, man, what are you doing, bruh? I guess I don't know your story, but still, if you're so far into addiction, I honestly kind of thought, man, what if what he's saying, he's a fraud? What if everything is false? I only know Peterson. Slava is a communist, but he's a very unique communist in the sense that he has something to say. He doesn't just repeat the books. He actually thinks about, at least that's how I see him. Whoops. He actually thinks about the state of the system currently, and he just offers his thoughts. He's the only communist I like. Let's just say that, right? He's the only communist I like. But for me, Slavoj is the clear... So Peterson, if he would be a king, he would probably impose some semi-religious things, but I trust that he wouldn't do like super crazy. Maybe he would impose some sort of like, I don't know, be home by 8 or something, which is bad enough. But I can imagine him imposing that. But he has expressed enough of a belief in freedom that I would trust that he's not going to do it too much, right? But Slavoj, man, he straight up said in one of his lectures that I don't want to know why there's water in the pipe in the wall. I want the system to take care of that and write my stupid book. I don't want to know anything. I want the system to completely control everything, Oh man, that was a bad flash. Yeah, sorry about that. I thought he's going to do it faster, I guess. Okay. What am I even looking at here? I think I bought the wrong item. Fortunately, I have so much gold that I can afford this. Sorry for the language. What did you say? Also, no idea what on gets. You should watch the debates where again define God. Oh, I've seen this. I've read these already. I agree with you about God being hard to find. I read these. What language? It's fine. Anyone as king would impose something some people disagree with. Peterson knows enough to not to impose. Also, for example, these conservative figures like Ben Shapiro. I don't care about religion. Zero religion in my life. I don't care about things that he cares about. But if I have a choice between Slavoj Žižek and Ben Shapiro, I know enough about Ben Shapiro that he's not gonna he's gonna impose less, That's why even though I have nothing in common with him, I would not fear him as much as if, again, it would be Slavoj Žižek. Or, for example, some kind of a Hassan figure or something who's just a communist, Just a communist. Just doesn't give a F. Okay. On the other hand, for example, let's take Destiny, right? Destiny is kind of a leftist. A lot of people don't like him, but he is reasonable enough that, that I would not fear him that much. Don't flash. Why is he faster than I am? I know why. This is the reason why. Right? Swift March. So he is expressed enough of a belief in free markets and stuff that I would not fear him as much as, for example, I don't know, who is a right-wing crazy lunatic or something. Is it Nick something? The guy who's smiling all the time? Crazy lunatic. But again, compared to what? Because you have to put people on the line. If you define him as a crazy lunatic, then what are those guys who are really hey, boom, who are doing the crazy things? Because Ben Shapiro, it seems like if he was a king, to me, honestly, it seems like, hey, I don't care what you do. And it feels like he would say, I don't care what you do. Worst case scenario, I feel like he would insist on some sort of a Sunday church or something, which would be bad. But again, it's not like taking over the whole system with communist, planned economy, which destroys the whole planet afterwards. And that's what I'm really afraid of. It's gonna happen. That's the big whoops. Interestingly enough, he TPs, and the Nexus is naked over here. Although I need to kill Brand first, so if I don't kill Brand, there's gonna be a problem. Okay. Nah, I can't kill Brand. Oh my. Please, Q, work. Yes. Yes. Please, no. Oh, Ivern. I told you he's a professional player. Look at this, I almost died anyway. Here. This Brand is doing a lot of damage, I have to say, guys. I gotta say, he's just pulling numbers. Asmongold is the best. He's pretty reasonable. Yeah, I think so too. Even though I sometimes feel like, okay, he's a little bit weird here and there. At least he's very... I know I've said this before and people disagreed. I haven't changed my opinion. I feel like he's honest. I feel like he's good faith. Especially if you watch his streams, he's like, whoops. I can't do it. I don't have Maiden, man. He's going to use his thing and I'm just going to die. Talk fast is the best way to win internet debates. That's unfortunately true. It's Ben and Destiny. They have the same thing. They both talk fast and you cannot, it's like, yeah, he's going to steamroll you. But I feel like if I was talking to Destiny, I feel like he's enough, and same with Ben, I feel like they both are enough of self-aware to just kind of see that, oh, this guy talks slower. Hopefully, if it's a discussion, if it's like an internet, yeah. If it's an internet situation, obviously you have to just boom, 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 and then you leave. Like in those campus debates. Man, I was alive in 2016 when all that started. It was insane. It was absolutely insane when that started. How would you react to a 9-hat limit being imposed? Well, pretty bad. I would react to it pretty bad. No, don't do this, Mr. Pokrik. Whenever you do this, you die. Master Yi doing his thing. Let's focus. We have to win this game. No Ben Shapiro talk for now. I care most about honesty. And I guess that's why I dislike Hassan a lot. And that's why even though Slavoj Žižek is an even worse communist than he is, I kind of like Slavoj because he has said, just honestly, he has said things. Yeah, you know, I believe in the utilitarian perspective. If 10 people are, the happiness increases and one person's happiness gets destroyed by that, it's fine. He has said that because that's the logical conclusion of his thinking, and he just said it, and a lot of people don't say it. And you know, that's why I can't really. Unfortunately, my maiden just died. There's no way I can fight this guy. It's just not gonna happen. So I should have been at the dragon, honestly. Yeah. Yeah. They lost 4v4, but it could have been a semi 5v5, you know? At least a little bit. What do you think about Norway winning Latvia? Honestly, I don't. No hate. I just don't care about it. I just really don't care about it that much. I'm just waiting over here because I know that Viego is gonna come at some point, and oh, actually, Viego is pushing it. You know what? I probably should even. Man, they're gonna know I'm here because I killed this. I dislike it heavily when they see it. How is Ivan surviving this? I don't understand. Okay. That's not good. Yeah. Vision, vision, vision. Vision, vision, vision. Vision is insanely important. Absolutely insanely important. End game. Late game, I mean. Is it even stronger if I sell this for something else? Like, I don't know, this? I think it is. $1.6K, I like that. If you spam it like this, you have a chance of rallying your team. There are two ways of reading that. Either you're mad or you're really confident. And since I don't ping at all ever, I'm confident usually, and people should know that. No. That's the please. Oh, simple macro, guys. Very, very, very simple macro here. There he is. I'll take all of them, actually. I have to rewatch this moment afterwards because I feel like they were really split, and that's why we caught them. Oops. Oh, no. Oh, my. That's a stun that you don't like to see. Well. I was pretty happy about the macro, but they decided to chase instead of take the Baron. It's all good. We probably still get it, but still. 2 fails at the same time. One from me and one from my team. Please don't all die now. Dustin Poirier, I know who that is. That's a fighter in UFC. I know things, okay? I know things. I think the positioning is good for our team. It's just that we shouldn't risk fighting this. We really shouldn't. Because we could just lose the game. If this goes just a tiny bit worse, we just straight up lose the game. Da 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 da. Lethality scales so bad. Yes, it scales so bad. It scales bad if you... Okay. If you fight in a field instead of being in the bushes, that's when it scales bad, yeah. But Viego, come on, he's super fed. He has everything, you know. I'll just take this to see. Just so maybe my Umbral Glaive doesn't trigger as easily. Oh no, Ivern. Ivern, bro. I need to take these inhibitors now. Otherwise, what are we doing? Might be GG, he says. Oh. Probably not, though. This is very interesting now. No, I can't do it. Look at his lifesteal. As I said, you cannot fight them like that. You have to fight them from the bushes or some sort of like, I don't know, surprising situations. But this is pretty good. We got Brand because of that flank. If I keep him here, that's probably as much as I can do. No point even taking this wave. Actually, there is a point, just so he doesn't join that fight. Yeah. If I catch him from a bush, then it's okay. But if like a field like this, it's insanely in his favor. Malzahar recalling, it's all good. Who else got respawned just now? Oh, it's Brand, of course. Okay. Whoops. Okay, that's unlucky. Or is it lucky? That's... Please get this now. I have trust in this. Ivern. We only need misfortune, I think. Unfortunately, she doesn't have the ult. So this is going to be close, I think. Yeah. My bad, actually. My bad getting caught by that Brand. Though misfortune is just doing things, you know? Just doing things. Who's TPing there? Someone's about to TP there or something? I don't have TP. Okay, Master is TPing. We need to cancel these. Okay. Master's getting it. I'm going there. Okay. So somebody's TPing. Okay, that wasn't enough, but we'll see. Ass clenching game, isn't it? Absolutely ass clenching. We can't do it. We can take this and then Baron, right? I think GA is in order. Which one do I sell out of these? Which one is the worst? Whew. Okay. Most of my games lately have been like this. Butt clenching? Are you playing while you're on the John? I guess it wouldn't be butt clenching then. Misfortune is carrying this. I am sort of doing a little bit of my, of my job by being where I am, but it's, yeah, we need to get this. It's safer. I think it's safer. Okay, I wasn't in range even. What happened here? Why didn't Malzahar go? Okay, we have to win. If we don't win, what are we doing? Guys, what are we doing? This is Conor McGregor versus... whoops. Bro, I'm alive. Don't do that. Oops, I might actually die because health is too low. Is Iron good late game even? Let me throw myself at this. Let me just throw myself at this. We gotta be careful not... If none of us die, it's in the bag. Just play safe. Whoops. Yeah, it's over, I think. Ivern is just throwing those last darts. Oh, man. Well, thank you for watching this stream. Because this game was so long that I think I have to end the stream now. Is as good a late as the biggest carry. Really. He was risen, by the way, yeah. True. True. Yeah. Yeah, and the curse is broken, obviously. The curse is broken, and I would upload this match to the channel now because it was such an interesting match. It's just that there were so many problems in the beginning with the AI that it's going to be annoying to watch, I feel like. It's just going to be annoying to watch. I don't know who Slava guy is, but I'll take him over Shapira any day. Man, that's... It immediately... Sorry to say, it immediately makes me not trust you because you can say that only when you're thinking in bad faith, you know? Nick Fuentes. Quiet proof daily. Yep, that's how I feel. Iron doesn't go champ. Yeah, he is. I like it. If Maiden and Iron are fight one way, Maiden wins, of course. Maiden wins. Noob says GG. That's his only message. Yeah, GG, my friend. GG, my friend. Yeah, thanks for the subs, the hats. You know what? The hats are staying until I'll just kind of fix them up, and I'm just gonna fix them up, and I'm gonna change this goal to like weekly goal or something, just so I don't just immediately drop them, because it actually looks kind of ridiculous and I don't know, chaotic. But the same about you saying that about Shapiro. No, but you said you don't even know him. I at least know both of them, right? So I can at least think through it, right? No ban for AFK. Who's AFK? Oh, for me AFK? Oh, yeah. But then you're telling me you don't... I know Shapiro. I do know him. I don't know... No. I know him very well. I've listened to what he says a lot. I don't know his... I don't care about his like beliefs and religion and what he's doing in his life, is what I mean. I was trying to make the point that I don't live like he lives, but I would not be afraid of him being in power because he believes in freedom. But for example, Slavoj Žižek, I don't live like he lives, but if he wouldn't be in power, he would stop me from living like I live. You know what I mean? It's like a different situation in those two thinkings, and I wouldn't, I just would be afraid. He would definitely close some things off, he would definitely do the planned economy. It's just 100%. And he would try it with AI. Let me tell you, he would use Claude. You know what? You know what he would do? You know what he would do? He would use Gemini to plan the economy. Okay? That's how bad it would be. I don't think Slava would nuke Iran. I don't know what did he say he would nuke Iran? I think even imagine how much destruction would be if he did a planned economy in the United States and it collapsed. Imagine if he did that. And I know it's like it's a question for you where you would say, yeah, it wouldn't be such a bad thing. But it's that's why it's really hard to kind of, I don't know. It's just, we can just agree to disagree that I would be afraid of the other guy more than Ben Shapiro. I think communists will use AI to make communism great again, but communism could never create AI. Well, yeah, communism cannot create anything because it's just not about creation. It's about controlling things. And it's not even a hyperbole. It's like literally true. It's literally about that. It's taking something that exists and making it in different places. That's literally what it is. But yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be, how can it make it great again if it's never, Claude Frame Mugs Grok. Did I not say I'll carry? Joker from poker. She did. 100%. Well played. I like it. I think I have to end the stream because it is already 2 hours and I do not like going over 2 hours. Only on special occasions I go over 2 hours. Let me read some more of those final thoughts because some people did engage and I just didn't read. What is the cost of tokens? I responded. It was fun watching the chaos and he ruined it for you in mind like the movie. Oh, that was the game before. You know what would be cool if this showed the actual timestamp of when in stream this happened, Yeah, I think it would be pretty cool. Hats are great. No ban for AFK. There's interesting Peter has lectures. I saw this 11CS. Asmongold is the best. For the longest time, I didn't understand his vibe. And now I finally get it. He was talking about how his teeth was rotting. And he just said it. He said, yeah, it was rotting. It smelled bad. I was eating. And it was actually affecting the taste. And I thought, okay, it's pretty bad. But that's his vibe. He's living in the attic, right? He has a lot of gold. His CS per minute is insane. So, you can't blame him really. He would insist on dropping nukes on Iran. UFC starts in 4 minutes. Okay, I guess it's over. I guess I'm just gonna try to think more deeply what exactly to do with these hats. I know for a fact I like the idea of having hats on my head. I like that idea, but how exactly to make that work, you know, so that it doesn't like overwhelm things. That's a good question that I need to answer. What is this? Okay, there's a very different texture on that. That's not right at all. That's not right at all. What if I turn off the... What if I turn off the... Where is it? Empty. Yeah, this one. And then I make the sky a little less intense. Strength. Obviously, it doesn't work. Why would it work when AI builds something, right? I mean overwhelming not just for you, but overwhelming for the stream and my computer, you know? Because it could get overwhelming pretty effing fast. You know, pretty effing fast. And now this strength is working, but in Path Racer it's not. Well. Okay. So yeah, thanks for watching this, and I'll see you next time. Getting off the topic of pundits, I've had a ton of success with the Yorick build and climbed from high silver to low plat. Thank you for that. Interesting. I've given up actually. I've given it up because I feel like it's not as good anymore. But who knows? Maybe I'll try it. I'll try it later. So yeah, thanks for watching this. I'll see you next time. I'll see you next time, my friends.